It started with a sound. Not thunder, not rain, but something harder, heavier, something no one in this city had ever heard before. And what makes this terrifying is this storm was never supposed to happen here, not in Southeast Asia. And something even more disturbing, this might not be the last time. Around 2:30 p.m., a normal afternoon in Vientiane. The temperature was about 36 to 37 degrees Celsius. Somchai stood on his roof, fixing a small leak. Below him, his family was preparing dinner. Children were still playing. No one was rushing. No one was afraid. And that's what made it dangerous. Because when everything feels normal, we rarely notice when it's end. Around 3 p.m., the wind began to change from 20 kilometers per hour to 60 kilometers per hour in just minutes. Not too strong, but not normal. The sky darkened unevenly. Strange patches of color appeared. A few people noticed, but most didn't. And there was a sign, a very clear warning that almost everyone ignored. At 4:20 p.m., everything changed. The first hailstones fell, only 1 to 2 centimeters. No one worried, but within 2 to 3 minutes, the sound changed, louder, heavier, faster. Hail grew to 5 centimeters, then 8 centimeters, and then 10 centimeters. Ice falling at speeds over 100 kilometers per hour. Glass shattered instantly. Cars stopped in the middle of the road. Roofs were pierced. Winds reached 102 kilometers per hour. In less than 10 minutes, the entire city collapsed into chaos. Somchai was still on the roof. First impact, then another, just 1 to 2 seconds apart. The metal beneath him began to bend. Below, his family screamed. He hesitated. Just 1 second, but in a storm like this, 1 second can decide everything. He jumped, and the roof collapsed right after. Inside the house, everything broke. Water poured in. Ice followed. The sound echoed violently. And then, something strange happened. Silence. The children didn't cry, didn't scream. They just stood against the wall. And that's when I realized real fear is not loud. It's silent. This wasn't just a storm. It was a supercell, formed when hot air at 37 to 41 degrees Celsius collided with cold air updrafts exceeded 100 kilometers per hour, holding hail in the air, allowing it to grow layer by layer. But here's the key. This storm didn't appear suddenly. It had been building for hours. No one just noticed it. This wasn't just a storm. It was a supercell, formed when hot air at 37 to 41 degrees Celsius collided with cold air, updrafts exceeded 100 kilometers per hour, holding hail in the air, allowing it to grow layer by layer. But here's the key. This storm didn't appear suddenly. It had been building for hours. No one just noticed it. After just 35 minutes, over 2,000 homes were affected. More than 120 people injured. 65% of the city lost power for 8 hours. 12 substations failed. Around 50 families evacuated. Over 40% of roofs were damaged. About 15% of homes needed full rebuilding. And yet no one died. Which raises a question: was this luck or a warning? Remember the warning sign? The sky. Not just dark, but greenish. Unstable, a classic sign of severe hailstorms. But here, no one was taught to recognize it. Remember the warning sign? The sky. Not just dark, but greenish, unstable, a classic sign of severe hailstorms. But here, no one was taught to recognize it. There's something we often get wrong. We think experience will protect us, but not always. Not because we lack experience, but because we are facing things that have never happened before. Awareness matters more than habit. Weather no longer follows old patterns. Prepare for what you've never seen. Communities must adapt faster than nature changes, and most importantly, don't wait until you understand what's happening to start reacting. After the storm, temperatures remained at 37 to 41 degrees Celsius. More instability expected between March the 27th to 28th, which means the atmosphere was still unstable. That night, Patrina Somchai sat in his damaged home, water dripping, roof broken, his children asleep beside him, alive, safe, but changed, because some moments in life only need to happen once, to change how you see the world forever. If you want to understand how our world is changing, stay with natural destruction. Somewhere right now, another storm is forming, another sky is changing, and someone is looking up, thinking, it's just another normal day.